Take a look. What kind of insane move is this that even a trained Special Forces soldier is this nervous? To add more weight to himself, the soldier first slings a sniper rifle over his shoulder. Then he slightly raises his arms, keeping his hands loosely opening and closing. His lower body is locked in place, left foot planted firmly in the sand, while his right foot slowly slides backward. Finally, he's so tense that he actually shuts his eyes and, like a stiff robot, slowly squats down, half kneeling on the scorching sand. Only after doing all of this does the man finally let out a breath. But before he can catch his bearings, a massive sandstorm, something that only hits once in 100 years, comes roaring in like a wild beast. Strangely enough, the man doesn't flee. Instead, he pulls out a sand scarf, wraps it tightly around his mouth and nose, and then straps a backpack, dozens of pounds heavy, onto his back. Next, he sticks the barrel of his rifle into the sand, grips it with one hand to steady himself, while the other clutches a radio. With this awkward-looking posture, he braces himself against the all-consuming sandstorm. Moments later, the disaster hits in full force. Millions of fine sand particles now sting his face like a storm of tiny razor blades. But look closely. His left foot hasn't moved an inch, as if nailed into the ground. It's as if whatever lies beneath that foot is more terrifying than the storm itself. Fortunately, the sandstorm passes as quickly as it came. The man manages to withstand it using nothing but his body. But before he can even breathe a sigh of relief, he spots the corpse of one of his teammates, blown in by the wind. Overwhelmed with sorrow, the man forces himself to stay composed, reaches into the teammate's pocket, and pulls out a radio battery. Just as he thinks he might finally be saved, he realizes the radio he was holding has vanished into thin air. Turns out the wind had blown it just a few yards away, next to a patch of vegetation, less than 30 feet away. But the man doesn't even dare to think about retrieving it, because under his foot lies a powerful landmine, and it was exactly what killed his teammate. Worse yet, the rescue team isn't scheduled to arrive for another 43 hours. His canteen is almost dry. There's no way he can survive that long. With that thought, the man stops hesitating. He raises his rifle and fires several shots into the sky, desperately hoping someone nearby might hear. But in a barren desert, where even wildlife is scarce, let alone people, there's no response. He calls out for help again and again. Nothing. Eventually, hopelessness sinks in. The physical torment he can handle, but the landmine underfoot feels like a ticking time bomb strapped to his soul. Finally, he raises his pistol to his temple, shuts his eyes, and begins to squeeze the trigger. Then, suddenly, off in the distance, someone appears, a strangely dressed figure. And it's as if this person knows exactly where the landmine is, because he starts walking slowly, straight toward the stunned soldier.